Level 1, Summer League player. A Summer League player is usually a rookie, undrafted talent, or young prospect trying to prove they belong in the NBA. The Summer League is their testing ground, where they showcase skills in front of coaches, scouts, and executives. Most of these players fight for training camp invites or a two-way contract. While many fade away, some break through and carve NBA careers. Legends like Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell first turned heads here. Summer League is fast-paced, experimental, and often sloppy, but it's where hidden gems are discovered. For players, every possession matters. It's their shot to show hustle, shooting, defense, and confidence. Success here doesn't guarantee a long NBA future, but it can be the critical first step. For many, this level represents raw potential, uncertainty, and the dream of making it big in the toughest basketball league in the world. Level 2, G League player. The G League is the NBA's official developmental league, and a G League player is grinding for their big break. Many spend years here, refining skills, improving conditioning, and waiting for a call-up. The competition is intense because everyone is hungry, playing to prove they deserve an NBA roster spot. Salaries are modest compared to the NBA, but the G League provides crucial exposure. Players can develop shooting consistency, learn team systems, and get used to professional travel and schedules. Stars like Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, and Alex Caruso honed their games here before shining on NBA courts. For many, the G League is a test of resilience, balancing setbacks, limited attention, and constant pressure. A few dominate and rise quickly. Others become long-term journeymen or overseas pros. This level shows that the NBA path isn't always glamorous. It requires persistence, sacrifice, and belief in eventually climbing into the big league spotlight. Level 3, two-way player. A two-way player splits time between the NBA and G League, usually younger athletes still developing their game. The contract allows them to play a set number of NBA games while mainly competing in the G League. This role gives players a taste of the NBA lifestyle, traveling with the team, practicing against stars, and playing limited minutes in real games. It's an exciting but pressure-filled position because every NBA appearance is an audition. Some two-way players thrive and earn standard NBA deals, while others fade back into the G League. Examples like Duncan Robinson and Alex Caruso show the value of this path, turning limited roles into major opportunities. For teams, two-way deals are low-risk investments in future talent. For players, it's proof they're on the radar and just one strong performance away from securing a permanent roster spot in the world's top basketball league. Level 4, Garbage Time player. A garbage time player usually enters games when the result is already decided, either in blowout wins or crushing losses. Their role might seem minor, but it's still valuable. They gain NBA floor time, build confidence, and occasionally show flashes of skill. Coaches often use these moments to develop rookies, test bench players, or reward hard-working practice players. For fans, garbage time can be entertaining. Unexpected dunks, wild shots, and younger players hustling with nothing to lose. Some players remain stuck at this level, but others seize these chances and climb the rotation ladder. Stars like Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green once logged garbage time minutes before breaking out. While it's the lowest form of NBA playing time, it's still a step many dream of reaching. Every possession matters, because one great hustle play in garbage time could earn a real role in the future. Level 5, Bench player. Bench player is a full member of the NBA rotation, but doesn't start games. Their role is to provide depth, energy, and reliability whenever called upon. While starters get the spotlight, strong benches often decide playoff success. A skilled bench unit can maintain leads, bring defensive toughness, or change the game's pace. Bench players come in different forms: veteran leaders guiding young teams, sharpshooters stretching defenses, or defensive specialists tasked with slowing stars. Lou Williams and Jamal Crawford are legendary examples who thrived off the bench. Coaches value bench players because they accept roles without ego, staying ready for unpredictable minutes. While fans often overlook them, they are vital for team chemistry and consistency. A bench player might not average big stats, but their contributions, timely scoring, hustle plays, and locker room leadership can make or break a team's success. In the NBA, depth is everything. Level 6, sixth man. The sixth man is the best player who doesn't start but plays starter-level minutes and impacts games heavily off the bench. This role demands versatility, scoring, playmaking, or energizing the team when the starters rest. The sixth man must be instant offense, often guarding multiple positions or sparking comebacks. Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford, and Manu Ginobili are iconic examples, turning this role into an art form. While not in the starting lineup, many sixth men finish games because of their clutch abilities. The NBA even has a Sixth Man of the Year award to honor these difference makers. Being a sixth man requires humility and selflessness, embracing a role that values team success over personal spotlight. At this level, a player is already respected league-wide, capable of flipping the momentum of games, and often considered a hidden engine powering a team's long-term playoff success. Level 7. Glue guy. A glue guy isn't necessarily the most talented, but they're vital to team chemistry and winning culture. They do the dirty work: defense, hustle, communication, and leadership that doesn't always show in stats. Coaches love glue guys because they hold teammates accountable, set screens, dive for loose balls, and sacrifice personal numbers for team goals. Draymond Green, Shane Battier, and Marcus Smart are modern examples. Fans might underestimate them, but teammates know their importance. Without glue, stars can't shine consistently. A glue guy can calm the locker room, lift morale, and set an emotional tone in high-pressure moments. They thrive on intangibles, toughness, IQ, and unselfishness. This role embodies the saying, "Not all heroes wear capes." Glue guys often stay in the league for years, even if they never average double-digit points. Their legacy lies in being the backbone of championship-caliber rosters and making teams function smoothly. Level 8. Starter. A starter earns a spot in the first 5, trusted to set the tone from tip-off. Starters carry responsibility, scoring, defending, and playing big minutes against top competition. For many NBA players, reaching starter status means they've officially arrived as reliable contributors. Not every starter is a star. Some specialize in defense, others in floor spacing, rebounding, or facilitating. What matters most is consistency, the ability to perform night after night. Being a starter often elevates confidence and visibility, increasing chances for awards, endorsements, and future contracts. Coaches rely on starters to establish momentum and match up with opponents' best. While the bench adds depth, starters are the anchors who shoulder pressure in close games. This level represents a transition from role player to legitimate NBA contributor. Once you're a trusted starter, the foundation is set for higher accolades, including all-star selections and eventual award recognition. Level 9. Star. A star is more than a starter. They're the face of the franchise, capable of carrying a team offensively and defensively. Stars fill arenas, dominate headlines, and dictate game plans. Defenses bend to stop them, and teammates rely on their leadership. Stars average big stats, earn endorsements, and become household names. Not every star reaches superstardom, but all have undeniable talent and impact. They make all-star games, compete for all NBA teams, and regularly appear in highlight reels. Stars can change a franchise's trajectory, bringing hope and playoff appearances. However, being a star comes with scrutiny, criticism when losing, expectations of clutch performances, and constant comparisons to peers. Many players spend their whole careers chasing this level. Stars are remembered for both individual brilliance and how far they lead teams. For fans, stars are the reason to buy tickets. They create unforgettable moments that define seasons and rivalries. Level 10. Most Improved Player, MIP. The Most Improved Player award honors someone who made a huge leap in performance compared to previous seasons. It recognizes hard work, development, and dedication behind the scenes. MIP winners often jump from role players to borderline stars, shocking fans with newfound skills or confidence. Examples include Pascal Siakam, Julius Randle, and Ja Morant, all who elevated their games dramatically. This level highlights one of the NBA's most inspiring narratives: players who weren't expected to shine suddenly becoming franchise cornerstones. Winning MIP proves that growth isn't linear. It requires grinding in the offseason, polishing weaknesses, and seizing opportunities. Sometimes it's a breakout scoring season, other times improved defense or playmaking. For many, it's the first big accolade validating their potential. While MVP celebrates greatness, MIP celebrates transformation. At this level, a player shows they can rise above expectations and start climbing toward stardom. Level 11. All-Star Reserve. An All-Star Reserve is chosen by coaches for their strong impact, even if not as flashy as starters. They provide scoring, defense, or leadership that earns league-wide respect. Many stars first enter the All-Star game this way before becoming starters. It's validation that they've reached elite status among peers. Coaches value reserves for their reliability, versatility, and ability to change games. While not always household names, these players are essential to team success. For fans, reserves showcase the league's depth of talent, proving greatness exists beyond the most popular or marketable players. Level 12. All-Star Starter. An All-Star Starter is voted in by fans, media, and players, making them one of the most popular and dominant figures in basketball. They embody star power, putting up huge stats while influencing culture and entertainment. Being a starter means the league recognizes both talent and impact, someone fans want to see on the biggest stage. Legends and superstars often hold this spot year after year, cementing their reputation. It's more than an award, it's a status symbol that proves they're among the game's elite. For a player's career, it's a defining milestone that signals they've officially arrived. Level 13, Assist Champ. The assist champ leads the league in assists per game, proving mastery as a playmaker. These players elevate teammates, control tempo, and create easy baskets. Being an assist champ requires high IQ, vision, and unselfishness. Point guards often claim this crown, but it's about more than passing. It's about orchestrating an entire offense. Magic Johnson, Steve Nash, and Chris Paul are legendary examples. Modern leaders like James Harden and Trae Young showcase creativity and flair. This title symbolizes basketball's essence, teamwork. The assist champ isn't always the leading scorer, but they make everyone around them better and keep offenses flowing. Level 14, Scoring Champ. The scoring champ is the league's top points per game leader, representing offensive dominance. This player is nearly unstoppable, often requiring double teams and creative defensive schemes. Winning a scoring title means consistency, volume, and efficiency over an 82-game season. Legends like Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, and Kevin Durant defined eras with scoring crowns. It's a flashy accolade that excites fans and headlines, but demands relentless effort. While scoring alone doesn't guarantee championships, it proves individual brilliance. Opponents fear scoring champs because they can erupt on any night. This title cements a player as one of the game's most dangerous offensive weapons. Level 15, DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year. The DPOY honors the league's best defender, someone who changes games without needing to score. These players anchor defenses, block shots, grab steals, and intimidate opponents. It takes energy, toughness, and discipline to dominate defensively every night. Legends like Dikembe Mutombo, Ben Wallace, and Kawhi Leonard set the standard. More recently, Rudy Gobert and Draymond Green have carried the torch. Defense isn't glamorous, but winning DPOY shows complete mastery of basketball's hardest responsibility, stopping elite scorers. A DPOY can alter playoff series by neutralizing stars. It's the ultimate recognition for sacrifice, effort, and defensive excellence at the highest level. Level 16, All-NBA Third Team. The All-NBA Third Team recognizes players among the top 15 in the league, placing them in the elite tier. Making this team means a player is considered one of the best at their position, even if not quite at the superstar level of first or second team. For many, it's the first big sign of national respect, showing their talent is undeniable. These players often average impressive stats, lead their teams to winning records, and play a critical role in playoff pushes. While not the absolute elite, All-NBA third-teamers are stars in their own right. They might be future MVP candidates, consistent all-stars, or rising names with the potential to climb higher. The honor carries weight in legacy and contracts, often unlocking major salary incentives. It's proof that a player has moved beyond hype and entered the conversation of basketball's most impactful talents. Level 17, All-NBA Second Team. The All-NBA Second Team places players firmly among the league's true elite. These are consistent stars who dominate games, carry franchises, and regularly make highlight reels. While just short of first team, the second team includes players capable of MVP-level seasons, often battling for championships and leading teams deep into the playoffs. Legends like Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, and Stephen Curry have landed here in seasons when competition at their position was stacked. For current stars, making the second team is both recognition of greatness and motivation to climb higher. These players combine stats, wins, and leadership to prove their value. The honor solidifies a player's legacy and impacts Hall of Fame conversations. To be considered one of the top 10 players in the world is no small feat. It's proof of sustained dominance, versatility, and the ability to shine in the toughest moments. Level 18, All-NBA First Team. The All-NBA First Team is one of basketball's highest honors, reserved for the absolute best players at each position in a given season. These players are usually MVP candidates, leaders of playoff contenders, and faces of the league. Earning this selection means you weren't just great, you were elite among elites. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Tim Duncan have multiple first-team nods. cementing their legacies as generational superstars. Being named to the first team means you dominated statistically, carried your squad, and stood out against fierce competition. It's not just about scoring. Defense, playmaking, and leadership matter too. This level reflects total excellence across the board. For players, each first-team selection becomes a permanent part of their Hall of Fame resume. Few achievements prove a player's greatness more than consistently being recognized as one of the top 5 players in the entire NBA. Level 19. MVP candidate. An MVP candidate is a player performing at such a high level that they're in the conversation for the league's most prestigious individual award. These athletes dominate statistically, lead their teams to top records, and consistently produce highlight-worthy moments. Even if they don't win, being an MVP candidate elevates a player's status, proving they are among the absolute best in the game. Players like Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo have all spent seasons in this category, carrying massive expectations. Candidates face enormous pressure. Every game is analyzed, every mistake magnified. But with that pressure comes respect, recognition, and influence over the entire league. MVP candidates are considered the standard setters, the ones every opponent must prepare for. Even without winning the trophy, being in the race defines a season as extraordinary, stamping a player's legacy with proof of their dominance and leadership. Level 20, MVP. The MVP, Most Valuable Player, is the highest regular season honor, recognizing the league's best performer. Winning MVP means you were the driving force behind your team's success, showing unmatched skill, leadership, and consistency. MVPs aren't just stars, they're game changers who elevate everyone around them. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Nikola Jokic are prime examples, shaping eras with their dominance. The award isn't only about stats. Narrative plays a role too, whether a player carried an underdog team, had a historic season, or redefined how the game is played. MVP status places a player among basketball immortals, with every winner remembered in history books. For many athletes, winning MVP is a lifelong dream and validation of years of hard work. Beyond championships, it's one of the purest forms of individual recognition, symbolizing that during that season, no one in the NBA was greater or more impactful. Level 21, Conference Finals MVP, introduced recently. The Conference Finals MVP honors the best player in each Conference Finals series. It's a recognition of dominance when the stakes are highest before the NBA Finals. This award highlights players who not only deliver big stats, but also provide clutch moments and leadership that secure a trip to the championship round. Jimmy Butler, Stephen Curry, and Jason Tatum have all won it, showing how impactful it is for legacies. The Conference Finals MVP bridges the gap between team success and individual greatness. Winning proves you were the engine behind your team's biggest playoff push. While it doesn't carry the same weight as Finals MVP, it cements players as true postseason legends. For many stars, capturing this honor is validation that they can perform under immense pressure, controlling games and carrying squads when every possession can make or break championship dreams. Level 22, NBA Champion. Becoming an NBA champion is the dream that defines entire careers. While individual awards matter, a championship ring proves a player reached basketball's ultimate goal. It symbolizes teamwork, sacrifice, and surviving the grind of a long season and playoffs. Champions overcome adversity, injuries, and tough matchups to stand at the top. For legends like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Stephen Curry, championships define their legacy. Role players and stars alike share in the glory. Every contribution counts. Some athletes pile up rings, while others chase a single title their whole careers. The moment of raising the Larry O'Brien Trophy is unmatched in sports, representing the peak of collective achievement. No matter how great a player's individual accolades are, championships often weigh the most in debates about greatness. This level cements a player's place in history, forever remembered as part of a team that conquered the NBA. Level 23, Finals MVP. The Finals MVP is awarded to the player who dominates on basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals. It recognizes the individual most responsible for delivering a championship. Legends like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kawhi Leonard have built their legacies around Finals MVP performances. Winning requires more than stats. It's about leadership, clutch plays, and refusing to fold under immense pressure. Finals MVPs create iconic moments that live forever. Game-winning shots, defensive stops, or historic scoring runs. While rings prove team success, the Finals MVP identifies who truly rose above all. For players, it's one of the greatest career-defining honors, cementing their name in NBA lore. Not every champion wins it, but those who do are remembered as the heart and soul of their team's victory. The award captures the essence of greatness, performing when everything is on the line and history is watching. Level 24, Hall of Famer. The Hall of Fame is the ultimate recognition of a player's lifetime contributions to basketball. Induction means their impact went beyond stats. It influenced teams, fans, and the sport's history. Hall of Famers may be champions, MVPs, or pioneers who changed how the game is played. Legends like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Kobe Bryant embody this level, remembered forever for their influence. For players, it's the final validation of greatness, celebrating careers of sacrifice, consistency, and excellence. The Hall ensures future generations learn about their impact. It's not only about superstars, even role players or international icons can be honored for cultural significance. Once enshrined, a player's name lives permanently among basketball's immortals, a reward for years of dedication. At this stage, careers are celebrated in full, with highlights, achievements, and influence woven into the rich history of the sport itself. Level 25, 75th Anniversary Team. The NBA's 75th Anniversary Team is an exclusive list of the greatest players ever, chosen to celebrate the league's history. Being named means a player isn't just great in their era, they're among the best to ever touch a basketball. The team includes legends from all decades, from Bill Russell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to modern icons like LeBron James and Stephen Curry. Selection recognizes career excellence, cultural influence, and impact on the game's evolution. For players, it's an honor beyond awards or championships. It's eternal recognition as one of the best in 75 years of NBA history. This level represents global respect, cementing legacy in the sport's ultimate hall of greatness. Fans debate who should or shouldn't make the list, but those chosen share a rare status. It's not just about talent, it's about shaping the NBA and leaving a legacy that inspires future generations. Level 26, Franchise GOAT. A franchise GOAT, greatest of all time, is the single player most associated with a team's history and success. They define eras, hold records, and embody the team's identity. Michael Jordan with the Bulls, Dirk Nowitzki with the Mavericks, and Tim Duncan with the Spurs are examples. These players not only lead their franchises to glory, but also create lifelong fan loyalty. Their jerseys hang in arenas, their highlights replay for generations, and their leadership becomes the standard. Being a franchise GOAT means more than stats. It's cultural impact, loyalty, and moments that define an entire fan base. Not every team has one, but when they do, the connection is unforgettable. Franchise GOATs are cherished as both legends and symbols of pride, ensuring that whenever people think of the team, one player's name shines brightest in history, forever tied to that franchise's story of greatness. Level 27, Stat Leader. A stat leader dominates one statistical category for a season or career, such as points, rebounds, assists, steals, or blocks. Achieving this requires consistency, endurance, and skill at the highest level. Wilt Chamberlain's scoring records, John Stockton's assists and steals, or Russell Westbrook's triple-double seasons are legendary examples. Stat leaders don't just pad numbers, they often reshape how the game is played. Fans track leaders closely, as these players set the pace for competition. While championships define team success, stat crowns highlight individual excellence. Some players earn multiple stat titles, cementing their reputation as specialists or all-time greats. For careers, finishing among all-time leaders can guarantee Hall of Fame recognition. This level symbolizes complete mastery of a skill, proving dominance in measurable ways. Stat leaders etch their names into history books, ensuring their achievements will be cited, celebrated, and respected for generations to come. Level 28, Dynasty Leader. A dynasty leader is the cornerstone of a team that wins multiple championships over an era. These players don't just win once, they dominate for years, making their team nearly unbeatable. Michael Jordan with the Bulls, Kobe and Shaq with the Lakers, and Stephen Curry with the Warriors are prime examples. Dynasty leaders combine skill, leadership, and resilience, sustaining greatness across seasons. They define rivalries, inspire global fans, and set records for team success. Their legacies are nearly untouchable because they prove their greatness wasn't a fluke. It lasted through changing rosters and competition. Leading a dynasty requires sacrifice, teamwork, and the ability to perform in countless pressure-filled games. Few achieve it, but those who do become immortal. Dynasty leaders aren't just remembered for titles, but for building basketball empires that reshape eras. At this level, a player doesn't just win. They create lasting dynasties in NBA history. Level 29, Mount Rushmore. Remember, being on the NBA's Mount Rushmore means you're considered one of the 4 greatest players in basketball history. This level goes beyond stats or rings. It's about cultural impact, dominance, and reshaping the sport. Debates rage about who belongs. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, and others are often mentioned. Few players ever enter this conversation, and reaching it requires unmatched consistency and accolades. Mount Rushmore players are global icons, influencing not only the NBA, but also sports culture worldwide. They inspire future generations, dominate historical debates, and symbolize the very peak of basketball greatness. At this level, every achievement, from MVPs to championships, adds to their case. It's not official like the Hall of Fame, but in fan discussions, Mount Rushmore status means ultimate respect. These names aren't just remembered, they're immortalized as the absolute faces of basketball's legendary history. Level 30, GOAT the GOAT, greatest of all time, is the highest level, reserved for the one player considered better than everyone else in history. The debate is fierce. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are common contenders, but only one can hold the mythical crown in fans' eyes. The GOAT combines championships, MVPs, records, and cultural dominance into one unmatched legacy. This player defines basketball across generations, inspiring millions worldwide. Beyond stats, the GOAT embodies leadership, clutch performances, and the ability to elevate the game itself. Their highlights become timeless, their jerseys iconic, and their names synonymous with perfection. The GOAT is bigger than basketball, an athlete who transcends eras, uniting fans in admiration and fueling endless debate. Reaching this level is nearly impossible, but those who do become eternal. The GOAT stands as basketball's ultimate symbol of greatness, forever remembered as the pinnacle of the sport's history.